Hello and happy new moon in Taurus, super moon in Taurus. All the Feng Shui is here today, and we're going to get into two very big topics, which are money and self-care and how they come together and how important it is to feel better as you prosper. And that's the energy in the air right now as you immerse yourself in a brand new chapter, which many astrologers have said is the start of not just the month, but 6 months. It's a super moon. There's all this energy in the air, and so much change has happened. And this is just wildly positive and incredible. So today, when we get into Taurus, Taurus themes are phenomenal. Gaining wealth, vibrance, life force, again, self-care and money and abundance, all in the spotlight. So I don't know about you, but I definitely want to feel better and better and better. I'm waiting for real spring and summer to come to Los Angeles, and I am so ready for expansion in all ways. It's so much fun. And so this is happening tomorrow as I film this, Tuesday the 7th. But what I'm going to talk about is very relevant for the whole month and really for the season ahead. Anytime you want a fresh start, which is every new moon, big fresh start, to really take better care of yourself and prosper more. So let's do this. This is exciting. Taurus is an earth sign, which means being grounded, being really rooted where you are, and more importantly, being present, wholly, completely, totally present. And when you're not feeling good, or you're exhausted, or you're overworked, or you're stressed or distracted, you don't feel as present. And when you don't feel as present, you don't feel as powerful. And so the big thing that you can do right now, if you do nothing else for this new moon, get outside today or tomorrow and get connected to the earth. Spend some time in a park. Spend some time even just outside in the city, I don't care, where you breathe in the air, where you feel the freshness. Get by some trees if you can. Lean up against a tree and read a book. Spend some time. I'm headed out to the park. I want to be in nature as much as possible. Even just walk around in the city and look at plants and trees and touch some trees. Feel that energy and let that be more of a part of your regular daily life. If you already spend a lot of time in nature, think about how you can bring this home. And for everyone, bring it home a lot more, where you have more nature around you, more thriving plants, more of a sense of grounded power. If you feel like things have been chaotic around you, you can start simplifying. We're going to talk about some calming practices, but even just too much on a desktop. I'm looking at my desk right now. I don't know how it happened. It was all clear this morning and it is not anymore completely organized. And I'm going to completely organize it after this because I want to be fully, completely ready for this big, fresh start, new beginning. Now, anything you can do to get more grounded and be more present in the moment is going to be so helpful. But again, whenever there's earth signs in the spotlight, especially with a new supermoon, like it's time to dig in, connect a lot more. You're going to feel the difference in your life. Now, I love Taurus because it's sensory richness. Sensory richness is so key. How we experience life is through our senses. Many of us can be stuck in our head, and that is very not fruitful because you manifest things in the universe full of senses. So sight, sound, temperature, touch, texture, taste, all of these things are in the spotlight. How can you make every day more full of delicious food? How can you make every day more full of great things to smell? So it might be candles, it might be aromatherapy, it might just be fresh air. How can you refresh all of your senses in your space? So even the temperature, it might be time to get a fan Or if it's hot by you, it might be time to think about changing the filter in the air conditioner or doing something that's going to refresh the sensory richness around you so that you feel really good where you are. Now, if you're at work for a lot of your day and an office, think about ways you can incorporate more sensory richness into that space. I've been using these guys. These are, and this is just one of many. You can find these online. You can make them yourself. These are aromatherapy inhalers. I think they're incredible. This one is Energize. I have another one here that I use all the time called Focus. And you basically just inhale them. You don't have to spray them everywhere. You don't have to diffuse them all over the place. And again, you can find them in all sorts of essential oils. These are pure essential oils. And you can find them on Etsy. You could make them, as I said. But having things like this with you, even in your car, can make a big difference. Not everyone wants to smell lavender or whatever it is that you're putting in the air. Not everyone can smell it. Sometimes people are allergic. This keeps it very, very close to you, and you get that burst of sensory richness. You can also think about, most important to me, what you do in your home that can make it more of a money magnet. This is one of the joys of sharing this work with y'all, hearing what's changed in your life, how much abundance you've been building, how your creativity has come to life. This Feng Shui method, very uniquely and specifically, unlike anything else in the world, is about creativity and is customized to you. It's not a prescription. And so I don't want to give you a prescription that says, go right now and put this color in this part of your house facing in this direction on a compass. That doesn't mean anything. What means something is that you feel the abundance activated in your space. And so I want you to take a moment right now, and you can close your eyes or keep them open, I don't care, and just think about what abundance feels like to you. What does it feel like when you have money just arrive in your bank account, or when you're on a roll and everyone's just throwing opportunities at you? Where do you feel that? How do you feel that? Do you feel an exhilaration? Do you feel expanded? Do you feel like your heart is open? Let me know. I'm excited to hear how you feel that, even in your body. This is a very embodied practice. When you feel something, it's yours. You're going to have it. I always say I need to be in it. Whenever I'm doing something, if it's just in my head, I know it's not going to go anywhere. When I feel it in my full self, I'm like, yes, that's it. If I'm hoping and wishing something's going to work out, that's not the energy I want. You want to feel it in every cell of your body. And so I want you to think about what that feeling is for you. And then you're going to bring more of that to your space, starting for this new moon in the week ahead. Whenever you're watching this, clean your house with joy and have as many natural products as possible. Clean your house. I don't even care if you use just vinegar and water and even just a damp cloth and dust everything. Clean your house. Give it a nice big fresh start, and then dive in to start activating more abundance. So how do you do that? How do you activate more abundance in your home? For those of you on my YouTube, or head over to my YouTube, wherever you're watching this, get yourself onto the playlist of herbs and spices, because there's so many herbs and spices for abundance. And my very favorite, of course, many of you know, is cinnamon. And so a tiny little bit of ground cinnamon in your palm, walk around your house, and you can take a little tiny pinch of it and just sprinkle it like little tiny, tiny dust in every corner of every room. It is epic. And as you're doing it, think to yourself, I am strengthening the energy of my home. I'm feeling that feeling of abundance the way that I feel it. I feel myself on a roll. I feel myself lighting up, and just keep sprinkling your little tiny bits of cinnamon everywhere. You could do the same thing with an essential oil like lavender. Really grounding, really fantastic. Just one drop in every single corner of every single room. And with that intention, with that feeling, I want everything you do to be connected to you. That's how this work works. It's not in your head. If you've been watching Feng Shui things and reading books and hearing about all these tips and getting in your head and going, how do I get it right? I wonder what I could do here. I wonder what this is. That's not it. That's not the energy that's going to give you the biggest breakthroughs. I promise you, because I work with so many people who come to me confused and scared and overwhelmed. And that's why I started teaching this method, so that more people are doing it in the world, because it is so disempowering to be wondering and wishing and hoping rather than feeling it and knowing it and organizing so that you can receive more and more and more of it in a practical way. So it's the magic and also the very, very practical coming together. Now, another thing you can do in your home is to put out some bowls of salt. I am a huge salt proponent. I'm about to wash all the big salt rocks. I got big, like giant rocks of salt. Like I think I have 30 pounds of rocks of salt from the Redmond salt mine in Utah. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you. That trip blew my mind. And going into a salt mine and feeling the floor, the walls, the ceiling, everything salt. It just took my energy to a place it has never been before without sleep. I didn't sleep the night before because there was so much going on in work and everything else, and then flying to Utah and then driving with my friend out to the mine. And I slept a few hours and I was like, this is not me optimally. I don't know what I'm going to do. And once I got into the salt, it was like, oh, I'm alive. Everything's amazing. And so I can't tell you what a proponent I am of just simple salt bowls put out around your house. So sea salt in a bowl, put one on your desk, put one in your bedroom, put one anywhere where you feel like the energy, we want to keep it super high, or anywhere where you feel like the energy is really low, and set an intention when you put it out saying, I am going to make this space shine. I am going to activate the power of the earth, because that's what it is. I'm going to activate the power of nature to make my home feel lighter and brighter. And think about that feeling, what abundance feels like to you, because that's what we want to be generating all the time, right? So your home, in case you're wondering why this matters, your home is an extension of your energy field. Your home is a mirror of you. And everything, the energy in your home, the things in your home, the stuff going on in your home, everything is an extension of you. So if you're looking to make big life changes, if you're looking to make fresh starts, if you're looking to make the most even of your astrology that's going on, when you start activating more of this energy in your life, in your home, you have this brilliant, untapped amount of manifesting power waiting for you. Sometimes it's hard to get into your head and go, what do I need to change? How do I change myself? What do I do here? What exercise, what belief changing modality do I need? Rather than just going, let me wash my car. Let me scrub the floors. Let me put out some bowls of salt, where you can take some practical actions in space that are going to make you feel better instantly. And as you shift that energy on the outside, it will guide you to shift that energy on the inside. That's why I am so fanatically passionate about this work. I've done so much personal growth work, and I know a lot of you have as well. And it didn't really click and give me the results I was looking for until I really honed the power of environment, because we're in it all day long, sitting in it, everywhere around us, feeling it all around. So this is exciting and powerful. And another money magnetic thing that you can do in your home that is using the power of nature is putting out some lemons. Lemons, if you use them, if you like them, if you're allergic to lemons, don't put them in your house. But if you like lemons, if you use them, even limes, a little different energy, but still super powerful and energizing. Fill up a big bowl. Traditionally, it's 8 lemons. I have a video about it on YouTube, but it doesn't matter. I don't care how many lemons you have, just a nice abundance of lemons. As you use them, replenish them, and it will be epic. So I want you to start activating and thinking about your home from here till the end of the year and on and on and on as a big source of money magnetism in your life, because it is. And as you learn more and more and start really making changes that feel that abundant feeling to you, you're going to see the results in everything you do. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, it's the merger, this new moon, of all of the things that are abundant, that bring you money, and all of the things of self-care. So what are your favorite calming practices? What brings you home to yourself? What makes you feel truly calm and activated? What replenishes you? And not everyone can take naps all day long. You're out, you're doing things. What else can you do for yourself that can be a calming practice every day? I know for many of you, it might be meditation, and taking those meditation breaks, little ones, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they make a huge, huge, huge difference. A lot of times people take a coffee break. I'm like, how about you grab a coffee, sit down and meditate first, and then bring that coffee back to your desk. So you make the most of those 10 minutes and you can drink coffee while you're doing your work. This is how you can start integrating more calm, or maybe you won't even want coffee. Maybe you'll have tea. We'll see. But calming practices are the thing that are going to really start keeping you grounded and weaving them throughout the day. You might do a breathing technique. You might do a visualization technique. You might do a little bit of journaling. At the last day job I had before I finally left, because all this work I was doing had become bigger than I ever expected, I would take a break every day and have my giant sketch pad notebook with me and go outside and sit and just journal, and like 15-minute breaks throughout the day. And it really just decluttered my mind, calmed me so much. So there are lots of things you can do. Pick a calming practice that really agrees with you. Never force yourself into self-care. I talk about this a lot on the podcast. If you haven't followed along with the podcast yet, it's going to come to YouTube with guests very soon, but there are over 80, I think there are 88 episodes of all very, very short, like 5-10 minute long episodes of the School of Intention podcast. I'm going to link it below if you've never seen it before. A lot of times people like to pop in, listen to one here and there because they're short and actionable, and you can start incorporating more of these ideas and tools and practices into your life and see how you feel. And the goal is to feel amazing. There's a lot of science about this. When you're happier, you prosper more. And of course, this isn't to say if you're not happy right now, you won't prosper. But if you're really ready for an expansion, which is what this time is, an expansion, if you're ready to tune out the noise of everything going on in the world and say, it's my time to expand, it's my time to receive more, it's my time to grow, you will. And I think collectively, that's how things start to change, when people start making these decisions. And feeling good is a great place to begin. Feeling good is where you are in that dynamic power of presence where everything happens. Now, set your intentions on a new moon or anytime this week for money and self-care. So you might want to write out a list of the things that you ideally want to see for your money and abundance, all the things that you want paid and done and completed and manifested, all that stuff for the next 6 months. And then all the self-care that you want to experience and enjoy. And that self-care could be beauty things, that it's very Taurus. That self-care can be spa things, again, like more beauty things. That self-care can also be more time off, allowing yourself to say no to things you don't want to do, doing some therapy, other things for your mental, physical, spiritual well-being. So much under the blanket of self-care. And my only qualification for self-care is that you have to somehow feel replenished and enjoy it. A lot of times, again, people are doing self-care that they're forcing themselves to do because they read it in a book, heard it on a podcast, saw it somewhere, and suddenly life's become this very big crunch. of trying to force things and trying to make things happen, which is not fun. So set those intentions and decide. You're going to feel that amazing feeling of abundance, and you're going to really bring that abundance into everything you do. The School of Intention is starting soon for 2024. And if you want to dive in and learn to do all of this feng shui for yourself and for others professionally, now is the time to join. There's a link below or above, depending on where you're watching this, to learn more and join us. And in the school, you do everything for you. You feng shui and realign and energize and magnetize every single aspect of your home and your life. And then when you really are living it in your best ways, incorporating all your gifts, skills, and talents, then it's really easy to share it with others. It is such a joy to share it with you every single year. And for all of you interested, please reach out, just click the link below. And I would love to talk to you. This season is full. It's always full of brilliant people, but this season is really popping, especially with lots of people into astrology, which makes me super happy. I'm checking to see if there are any questions sent in. My body just tingled. I love that. Feeling things is the thing. Feeling things is the thing. It's getting colder here in Australia. I don't know what is going on. It is quite strange. Taurus here. Oh, you're going to have an amazing time. Have a great appointment. And I'm so glad that you joined in. And I really, 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 really hope for everyone that you are feeling this freedom. That is best. It is really, I believe, creativity sets us free. It gives us infinite possibilities. And that's what this work is about. Infinite possibilities, creative awakening, and your intention. So I am thrilled. Sharon, who creates the greatest essential oils in all of Australia, and I have them all over my house, talk about sensory richness, is a Taurus as well. And I'm not surprised because your essential oils are totally magical. So Secret Sense, I believe, if I'm saying it right. So yay, I am thrilled that you're here and listening, because this is the time for all the sensory richness to turn on. Feel really good, prosper madly, and thank you so much for being here. I will see you really soon with the next one. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Oh, and if you haven't followed the podcast yet, I'll put it below, simply because I think we're going to take a little pause before we start doing guests on YouTube and all the fun stuff that I wanted to share with you. So have a lot of fun with that as well. Bye.